There is much to learn from those who come before us and from our history. This history takes us back to the early 1900s, to Ethel Percy Andrus, a woman who believed in dedicating oneself in service to others. Dr. Andrus had many roles in her life: teacher, volunteer, high school principal, caregiver, advocate, and ultimately founder of the National Retired Teachers Association.
It's just up to you as to what you will make of this part of your life.
Dr. Andrus was born in San Francisco in 1881. When she was 9, her family moved to Chicago, where she attended the University of Chicago and Lewis Institute. After graduation, she taught at Lewis for 7 years. As a young educator, Dr. Andrus led a fulfilling life. Outside of her work, she volunteered in Chicago's settlement houses, which provided residents with social support services and vocational skills training. This work proved pivotal in shaping Dr. Andrus's worldview, setting her on a path to fight for her community for the rest of her life. In 1910, Dr. Andrus moved back to California and took a job teaching in the Los Angeles high school system. She quickly rose to become the first female high school principal in California at Abraham Lincoln High School in East Los Angeles. The school population consisted of a bustling, diverse group of students, many from immigrant families. At that time, Lincoln High faced high rates of truancy, delinquency, and a lack of school spirit. Dr. Andrus realized that building up a communal spirit was key to turning around the school. And so she did. She built student pride by revitalizing sporting programs, started a night school for parents, and created countless clubs and programs to support her students' many interests while honoring the diverse cultures of LA. A champion of lifelong learning, in her 40s, she also invested in herself, earning a master's degree and a PhD in education from the University of Southern California. After a robust 28-year career at Lincoln High, much to her students' dismay, Dr. Andrus retired to care for her mother when she became gravely ill. This experience of family caregiving in her early 60s laid the groundwork for the next chapter in her life. Fortunately, her mother recovered and urged Dr. Andrus to help other older people. So, in retirement, Dr. Andrus became a leader in the California Teachers Association, checking on the well-being of retired teachers in Southern California. At this time, California's teachers received a meager pension, barely enough to live on, much less live in dignity. This came into sharp clarity for Dr. Andrus on one of her wellness checks, when, to her shock, she found a former educator living in a chicken coop. So Dr. Andrus took action, beginning her fight on behalf of retired teachers across the country. In 1947, she founded the National Retired Teachers Association, NRTA, by bundling together the existing state retired teachers associations. She advocated for the protection of state pensions, and she focused on identifying solutions. She was able to negotiate the first ever group health insurance plan for older Americans, a decade before Medicare.
It seems to me that when we think of aging, we have to think of it as a victory and an achievement and a goal, an activity. And when we do that, after all, we are old, and we mustn't be afraid, but we must be proud of the word.
By the time Dr. Andrus died on July 13, 1967, she had created an organization that provided many older Americans with the opportunity to have benefits and retirement security, negotiated affordable prescription drug prices, provided access to health care and fair housing, and created opportunities for older Americans to volunteer in their communities. Dr. Andrus's passion for helping others, especially after retiring from education, has helped lead us to many of the opportunities we enjoy today and showed us that our greatest moments may lie before us. Retirement is just the beginning. Today, whether you are pursuing a favorite passion, considering a new career, continuing to give to your community through volunteering, or just enjoying some newfound time with loved ones, it's time to explore your what's next. And whatever shape the next step in your journey takes, NRTA is here to help.